Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I continue my little tour of US culture and about food culture. And I wonder why a lot of people say the US food is less healthy than the European food. So let's try to answer to this question. Let's see.
US, almost all restaurants are buying from one single company called Cisco Foods, and they
Really?
buy pretty much the same stuff. So you go to all these restaurants that have different flavors, but they're all selling you the same things. The US has allowed a huge number of artificial flavors, artificial
Yeah, I know
colorings,
that.
and other compounds in foods that are illegal in Europe. So
Yeah.
you think you're getting a French fry in the US, but it doesn't have the same ingredients, even say from McDonald's. The list of ingredients is entirely different. In Europe, it's going to have
Yes.
some kind of oil that's probably not good for you, and it's going to have some salt and some potatoes. And in
Yes,
the
that
US,
is.
there's a huge long list of things, and they do that to drive costs down or to make it more addictive. So the reason is you think you're eating the same food, but you're not. There's a lot more chemicals in American food. On top of that,
Okay.
well, you are surrounded by pesticides and herbicides at much higher levels. The water quality in the US is lower. And what's going on there is you're not actually putting on a pound of fat. You're putting on a pound of inflammation. It's hard to put a pound of fat on in 1 week. You can do it, but it's really hard. So what's going on there is your cells, instead of turning that air and food into electricity and heat, they were turning it into inflammation. And then as soon as you came back here and you cleared the toxins, then you felt better. When you go to the US, almost all
Okay. We have very good water quality in France. Very good. We can drink the water of the network. I never buy water in bottle. Never. I guess you have also fresh vegetable and fresh food in US. So why don't you eat more? Okay, this video is from the channel Vox on YouTube. Link in the description, of course. Why eating healthy is so expensive in America. I let the subtitle, the French subtitle for my French viewers.
With $10, you can buy this many donuts and this many apples. If you opt for the donuts, you get a lot more calories.
A lot of sugar.
But not all calories are created equal. Apples contain fiber and vitamins, while donuts are full of saturated fats and chemically processed ingredients. Even though apples are healthier for you, you have to eat more of them to get the same number of calories as one donut. And it would cost you about $5 more, which means the cost-effective choice is usually not the nutritionally sound one.
There's a strong relationship between diets that are low in fruits and vegetables and obesity and diabetes.
Yes.
These two chronic diseases now rank among the nation's gravest health concerns. Produce is essential for a healthy diet, but Americans aren't eating enough of it, and part of the problem is cost. So what can be done to add more produce to the American plate?
Fresh fruits and vegetables are often more expensive to farm than other types of crops that end up in processed foods.
For example, fresh strawberries have to be picked by hand, but strawberries destined for preserves can be harvested by a machine.
And?
Bumps and bruises don't matter in the process, and machines are more efficient and cheaper in the long run than human labor.
It's just an excuse. Because this problem is the same all around the planet, in all countries. And also in Europe, for fruit or some culture, you need to use hand. And our vegetable and fruits are not so expensive. It's just an excuse.
Extra work is reflected in the price difference between fresh strawberries and other crops, and it also makes fresh strawberries more expensive to buy than processed strawberries.
Government subsidies also play a role in the cost difference. For example, the USDA doesn't subsidize leafy vegetable crops in the same way it subsidizes wheat, soy, and corn.
Okay.
These three crops make up a lot of processed food. So products full of high fructose corn syrup and soybean oil have an unfair advantage. When it comes to cost, the less nutritious food will win out. Other incentives are needed to keep people away from cheap, processed foods.
So, if I understand well, the US government or state prefer give money to big industrial and industrial food instead of producer of healthy food. And more, you don't have universal health care. So, if you are poor, you have bad food and bad health and bad healing. It's don't seem fair for me.
Taxes on tobacco and alcohol have been effective at curbing consumption.
This line shows the average price per pack of cigarettes over the past 40 years. The rising prices are partly fueled by federal and state cigarette tax increases in 1983, throughout the early 2000s, and 2009. Meanwhile, per capita cigarette consumption, shown by this line, has steadily decreased as prices have gone up.
Yes?
And some researchers are arguing that we need to start thinking about a junk food tax. The tax would focus on non-essential food items like candy, soda, and potato chips.
These unhealthy foods would be taxed at the manufacturing level, and higher costs at checkout could steer customers toward healthier options.
Yes, but if consumers have no money to buy healthy food now, I don't think they will have more in the future if the junk food is more expensive. And cigarettes are not needed for life. You don't need to smoke, but you need to eat.
But a junk food tax alone won't fix obesity.
Or the
No.
already high costs of a healthy diet. So what can be done? We could make produce sexy. Okay, well there are other things too.
To address the cost issues, some programs are springing up that make produce more affordable for lower-income people through subsidies.
Of course.
And since 2014, the USDA has granted over $65 million to expand these programs throughout the
Okay.
US.
Good.
There's also the Fruit and Vegetable
Good.
Prescription Program, or FVRX.
Doctors can give vouchers for produce to low-income patients who are at high risk of diet-related disease. Growing produce in home or community gardens can encourage healthy eating with little investment, but finding time to cook, let alone garden, can be a burden for
time.
families.
We don't yet know which strategies and programs are going to work best, but they're worth testing for one simple reason. If Americans ate a wider variety of fruits and vegetables and more fruits and vegetables, we know they'd be a whole lot healthier.
Of course. Of course. And when people are more healthier, they are less sick. So the healthcare system costs less. And you have good and workers are in better shape, so they work better. We are what we eat. So simple. Okay, so I need to know more. American versus European food, the truth, from the Apex Blueprint channel on YouTube. Link below. Let's see.
Have you ever wondered why Europeans look leaner, live longer, and suffer fewer lifestyle diseases, even though they eat bread, cheese, and pasta every day?
IA voice. Enfin, artificial intelligence voice. I hate this. Well, never mind.
The secret isn't just what they eat, it's actually how their diets are designed. Today, we'll uncover the shocking differences between American and European diets, and you know what the US could really learn from Europe's plate, so stay till the end, because you'll never look at your food the same way again. The American diet is built around speed, convenience, and mass production. Usually it's drive-through meals, frozen dinners, sugary drinks. Everything is designed to be quick and tasty. But that
I often heard that said. Americans want it quick. And there is a very, very and deep difference from culture in Europe, not only in French. We take time for eating. We take time, we need time. And not only for social interaction, but also for digestion.
convenience comes with a hidden cost. For example, there's excessive refined sugar and high fructose corn syrup, processed oils like soybean and canola, and loads of sodium, preservatives, and additives. In the US, the average person consumes over 17 teaspoons of sugar per day. That's actually more than double the WHO's recommended amount. That's why obesity, diabetes, and heart disease rates are significantly higher in the US than in Europe.
It's very high.
Europeans approach food differently. They eat smaller portions, but their ingredients are often locally sourced, less processed, and freshly cooked. Some of the examples from Europe are, well, pretty interesting. Number 1, bread in France, made with just 4 ingredients: flour, au beans, umbredil flour, au begsaji, au dar, so, sugar sauber, yeast.
Ooh. Okay, bread contains flour, water, a little bit of salt, very little, and a tiny bit of sugar to feed the West. And the West. So, but the sugar is it's not always necessary. It's only for the West, not for a sweet flavor. It's not a cake, it's bread. So you have only 4 ingredients, no more, no need to have more.
Salt and water. Number 2, cheese in Italy, pure milk and cultures, no additives.
In France too.
In Europe, over 1,300 chemicals are banned in food products, but in the United States, it's barely 30 chemicals that are banned only. For example, Wunderboden dan Sotso, Standard dan Pendi.
Yeah. The entire production of US for meat and for vegetable are forbidden in Europe. We don't want this kind of food. Anyway, nobody will buy it.
Number 1, potassium bromate. Potassium bromate is used to make bread fluffy, but it's banned in Europe for cancer risk. Number 2, titanium dioxide. It is a whitening agent in candies and sauces, and it's banned in Europe but still legal in the US. Number
Yes, it's for soap, not for food.
3, ractopamine. It's a feed additive for pigs and cattle. It's banned in 160 countries, but used widely in American farms. So, when you buy snacks or meat in the US, you might be eating something Europe doesn't even consider food safe.
Yes.
In Europe, food is an experience, not just a quick bite. People sit down, talk, and enjoy their meals slowly. Portion sizes are smaller, yet somehow more satisfying. In America, everything is, well, supersized. Large drinks, jumbo meals, and those value combos you see everywhere. When your portion size doubles, your calorie intake often doubles too. And honestly, that's one of the biggest hidden reasons for America's obesity crisis. In Europe, food is treated as culture and health, not just business. Governments encourage organic farming, food labeling transparency, and local production. Farmers' markets are, like, everywhere. In the United States, though, the focus leans toward industrial-scale farming.
Yes, but it's not because our government are angels. It's because citizens have had fight for this law. We demand this law. And if the government don't listen to us, we protest. So this is why the food production is well monitored and the whole process is healthy because citizens demand it. We don't let the choice to our government about this.
Quantity over quality. And guess what? European food even tastes different. Not because of magic, but because their tomatoes, milk, and grains are often non-GMO and free from synthetic fertilizers or pesticides.
We use also pesticides, but not the same and not in really big quantities. but we also use it.
Let's look at the data. The average BMI in Europe is lower, heart disease rates are lower. Life expectancy in Europe is higher by 3 to 5 years in most countries, and Europeans don't diet, they simply eat real food.
Yes, and we drink alcohol, we have a lot of smoker, and for the myth, in France, we don't give alcohol to child. It's a myth. Huh? The child starts for the taste only around 16, but for the taste. They don't really drink.
So what can you do to eat more like Europe, no matter where you live? Number 1, eat real food. Fewer ingredients, fewer labels. Number 2, cook at home. Don't rely on ultra-processed meals. Number 3, avoid artificial additives. Choose organic or local when possible. Number 4, enjoy your meals slowly. Your body digests better, and you feel fuller. The shocking truth, Europe didn't invent healthy eating, they just never abandoned it. While America industrialized its diet, Europe kept food personal, cultural, and simple. So, the next time you grab a snack, ask yourself, is this food nourishing me, or just filling me?
Okay, guys. So, this is why I think a lot of people says the European food is more healthy than the US food. You have the size of the portion, the quality of the production, and the time. Take the time to eat. Cook at home. Take the time to cook. And that is. So, see you next time.